Greetings, marvelous misfits. McDougal here, and today I'm going to start a series where I show you how to complete Lethal Zone in State of Decay 2. Now, it's a process, so I'm going to go through and show you every step on how the first time I ever beat Lethal Zone and how I did it and how it built the confidence for me to beat Lethal Zone again and again and again, and now it's my preferred. It's not even as stressful, it's just enjoyable to play Lethal Zone. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to campaign. We're going to start a new community. Let's see, manage communities. We're going to go to an empty slot. These are my communities here. This was actually the one that I started, like I'm about to show you now. This is my forever community, and this one, well, that was just a new one just because I wanted to play a community. So we're going to click this open spot here. We're going to skip the tutorial, so we don't need that. Now, contradictory, we're going to start in Green Zone. The reason we're starting in Green Zone, it will be explained as I show it to you. But first thing you're going to do, go to Green Zone, hit accept. Now we're going to pick the best map being Meager Valley. Now, we're picking Meager Valley because it has two different bases. Well, mainly just one that we want to use, and that's the Rural Police Station. That is the best base in the game, in my opinion. But you also have Whitney Field, and you have Mazzara Farm, and you have Swellone's Brewing Company. These are all great bases that are probably some of the most unique for the game. And I just think that Meager Valley has the best layout, so both for Green Zone and Nightmare Zone, I would recommend at least starting with Meager Valley until you build up your confidence to be able to, like, maybe just play any of the maps. Now, I think it's mostly a flat map. It's got a nice river to cross. It's just a good map. So we're gonna hit accept. Now, when it comes to picking your boons, for the Green Zone, there's going to be two boons that we pick, but when we go to Lethal Zone, it's probably going to be a little bit different. We want to pick the Sheriff boon, because the Sheriff boon can get you stuff like stimulants, other useful items. I mean, it is random, so sometimes it just gives you crap, but you can get some pretty good stuff through the Sheriff boon, so I would pick that. And since we'll get it every day, it would make more sense once we get started. And favors, because who doesn't want 4,000 influence? It's a good way to just start up your community and not have the stress of, like, you know, being able to, you're just able to do a lot more, and you get a vendor at the beginning that allows you to kind of get a good base to start. Alright, continue. Now when it comes to picking your survivors, this to me is one of the most important steps. So what we're going to do, I've already went through the process of doing this, so I'm just going to go ahead and recruit them out of my pool. The first one being Lawan. Second one being Kareem. And the third one Nadia. Okay, so I went through and rolled them. If you see, they all have their starting equipment. So all I did was roll them, start a community, get rid of the community, just so I could have them to show. Now, it took me about 45 minutes to an hour to roll these three, and to some people that might be a little obnoxious and everything, but I'm telling you, if you want, these three characters are going to be with you for a long time as long as you play smart and are careful. So the first one you want to get is a Blood Plague Survivor. He's going to be your kill plague hearts guy. He's going to be one of your most important, if not your most important characters. So you want to build him in a way where he's just going to survive. So main thing you're looking for is the Blood Plague Survivor trait, which gives him Blood Plague resistance, which means he can't catch the Blood Plague. So when you're going to plague hearts and such, he's going to be your man because he can't get infected. The problem with Blood Plague Survivors is when you roll them, you're just going to kind of have to accept whatever their traits are. And he came with cooking, which isn't the worst trait. It has its uses. It allows you to get energy drinks and stuff from the kitchen. So it's not the worst fifth trait. The second character that you have to get, in my opinion, is a character with, or a survivor with, Lycanology. Now, Lycanology, if you look, will give you +2 meds per day. That means it negates the cost of your infirmary, which means you, at the beginning of the game, you can get your infirmary without having to worry about your meds just all disappearing. Not to mention coming with the knowledge of gardening and the knowledge of herbalism is just a good perk. For those that wanna, are struggling with food and stuff, having knowledge of gardening is a good skill to have as well. And the last character. Now this is going to be the character that you can switch up. I prefer to have a starting character with mechanics because having a vehicle is one of the most important things, if not, yeah, it's just one of the most important things in this game. So I always want to roll a character with mechanics, and this one I got lucky. She also comes with high pain threshold, which gives you bonus fighting experience, but the 30 max health on lethal zone is just really good. Mechanics, and such a high level of mechanics too, means you get to auto mechanics a lot faster. So only thing I don't like is we got 2 builders and a trader, but trader, in my opinion, is the best leader trait, or leader is trader. I do like builder. Builder has some really good missions to get mats and stuff, so like having builders is also good. I believe, like, in my opinion, Warlord's the worst. Sheriff is good too. I don't think the Warlord's good at all. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start the community. Yes.
And we're empty. Again.
So, whose turn is it to find more fuel?
Not me. Last time I took a wrong turn and almost got lost.
I have a better idea. We could settle down here instead of moving on.
I gotta say, it looks better than the last couple of towns we came through.
Now that you mention it, it does feel kind of homey.
It's settled. This town is where we'll set up our new base. We just have to find a spot that's defensible. Maybe with some room to expand.
Okay, so now that we're in, check the trunk. You got a couple things, actually food and mats is good. We have no fuel though. So what I would do, since we're just doing this to get ourselves established, I would go ahead, you have your 4,000 influence, so I would go ahead and radio in the ultimate vehicle delivery. Now this is the best vehicle in the game, so
I need someone to drop off a vehicle here.
And
we'll task someone right away.
Where'd it land? Down here. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and sprint down there. Because it's green zone, we don't really have to worry about the zombies or anything else.
Great.
So if you want, they're also not going to be able to damage your guys enough, so having followers is not so bad at this point. So we're going to run down, just get the car. Then we'll have a fully fueled, armored vehicle that we can use for the rest of the game. Having a mechanic means that we keep this car up and running without issue. The only thing we'll have to really worry about is the gas. But it comes with full tank. Actually, probably comes with something in the trunk too. So, look at that. 2 gas tanks and a first aid kit. Okay, so we're gonna get in the car. What I would do, because this is green zone, is you're not gonna worry about your survivors getting killed, your followers or anything. They're actually gonna be useful in green zone because the damage is so low. And our goal of green zone is going to be to establish a community.
Go! Go, go, go!
Like establish a community to kind of set us up for lethal zone. We're going to level up these 3 characters mainly, get their skills up, so that when we take them to lethal zone, they're going to be better overall and give us even one more head start when it comes to beating lethal zone. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these guys and we're going to go around while it's still daylight. And we're going to loot. Don't tell me he just fell off the freaking thing. Sometimes the AI in this game. We'll see if he has an injury.
Every little bit helps.
Not injured. Not injured. Okay, it just sounded like he fell. Alright, so go back down the ladder. Oh, shit. We want to actually scout.
Nothing here,
that was our
but
main
more
reason.
nothing.
So scouting, 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 scouting.
Nothing more to see here.
Now, so we're gonna go as loot as much as we can. Since we have 3 people, we can carry 3 times as much stuff. That's gonna really be helpful. Probably should have grabbed the rucksacks out of the trunk of the car down the way as well. Now in Green Zone, you probably can fast search, but for the sake of not wanting to deal with extra fights and zombies and such, I'm just not going to. Now, we can go ahead and fight everything, just because we have the help to do so. And with it being Green Zone, it's really not a problem.
Getting tired. Not good.
I guess we can't jump that fence.
Keep your wits about you.
Now, if you bring these 3 along, like I said, that's 3 times the amount of loot. It's the only time you can really have 3
And the day
characters.
gets a little better.
We're gonna loot. Oops.
I hope nothing
We're
heard
gonna
that.
loot everything. At least in
Okay,
these farther
this
away
area's
houses,
clear.
so that once we get rid of them, it'll be quicker to loot the rest of the stuff. Now this is just a quicker way to do this beginning. Only on Green Zone. Absolutely do not do this on Lethal Zone because you will get killed. You're going to want to sneak your way up to the house in Lethal Zone, which I'll explain all that when we get there. Look at that, already getting experience. Last one for this house. Should be a med pack in here, I believe, or a med ruck.
Not gonna find anything else here.
Snap. See, this is why having a couple
We gotta
guys
find a
with
new
you
place
is the best.
ASAP.
So you can access them and then give them a ruck.
This wandering is
The
getting
other
exhausting.
one,
We need a safe haven.
probably just give them some of this other stuff too while we're at it. To clear our inventory.
I have all I can carry.
Alright. Now, go ahead and do the shit. Alright. Like I said, we're just gonna go house to house, kind of scavenge everything.
No more zombies here.
Now, most of these houses on this map have really good stuff in the first so many. So they're really good to do. That's also why I think this map is one of the better ones to start with, just because like almost every house in this first neighborhood has something of value, like a ruck, or mainly each one of them has a certain ruck. So you can get all your starting rucks right here in this first little area, which is really, really good. We'll drive up a little bit just so our car is not so far away. Now, I play with controller, because I'm scrubbed like that. If you're a mouse and keyboard person, like, congrats to you. I spent most of my life playing on
My mother
consoles,
once
so
caught me
I'm just
stealing
no
a
good at
candy
mouse
bar
and
from the
keyboard.
fridge.
So if you see some bad aiming or stuff, it's just controller problems.
Swiped another one on the way out. Just a sec.
Just run in here.
So, where was
I already got max level cardio, that's what I'm talking about. We'll at least try to do this garage in this house. And then we'll go get the main base. It'll be starting to get dark soon.
I don't see any more
So,
zombies around.
this should have materials in it, which is really good. like I said, these starting houses get you pretty much everything you need to get your base up and running at the beginning of the game. It's really well designed this way. I don't think any of the other maps or, jeez, toolkit really good. Sledgehammer, that's fantastic. That is a sledgehammer. Hell yeah. Okay, so
I gotta drop this off soon.
we might not be able to loot the house. The way this is going. We might have to come back for that house, but we'll finish this garage and maybe the stuff in the yard. Still no weapons.
This wandering is getting exhausting. We need a safe haven.
Peaceful.
We gotta find a new place ASAP.
See, give him this. Keep that stuff on me. Whatever. I'm just gonna give him everything. Give him that. Alright, let's go. Let's see, there's some stuff in the front yard of this house, I believe. Or at least right here. Just, yeah. Go ahead and search this stuff. We'll probably leave the house because I think there's a rock in that house. Another good way to just check that for all you really new people is just look on it. See how it says site may contain. That just strictly speaks on the, like this one doesn't say it contains any rocks. This one doesn't. This one does. This one does. So we might leave this one and go across the street and do this other house, depending on how much space I still have in my inventory. But if it doesn't contain a rock, because we're full up on rocks right now, I think I can fit one more in the trunk. Go check that.
School was a haven for me. When I was there, my imagination just ran wild. Music and computers were my favorite. It was incredible to touch and use these things I'd never have other.
I say we take the next home we find, no matter what it looks like.
We gotta find a new place ASAP.
This wandering is getting exhausting. We need a safe haven.
They're complaining because it's taking so long to find the first base. This is the
Music
game
and
trying to push
computers
you
were my
into
favorite.
what you're supposed to do.
It was incredible to touch and use these things I'd never have otherwise.
So I did have space for one more rock in the trunk, so we're going to go ahead and drop that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in here and see what all we have. Now if you clear out the rooms first, then it'll show you where all the boxes are, which I like to do. For one, like the white
This
circle
place
that
is
it
clear.
creates around the house keeps zombies from spawning, so it also gives you some like safe space to not have to worry about any zombies just spawning or wandering in. It will clear zombies that are in that white space if they're in a building or not. So like when you have buildings close to each other, it's really
I say
helpful
we take the next home we find, no matter what
to
it
do
looks like.
so you can loot even quicker. Mainly what we're doing right now is all about speed. We're just trying to get all this stuff looted as fast as possible, because the green zone's not where you want to spend most of your time. You want to kind of come in, stock up on equipment, stock up on materials, get all your stuff, kind of get a base up and running. You want to get to 5 people as quick as possible so you can move bases. So we're not even going to keep communities active. We're going to go through and the first communities we get, we're going to go ahead and as soon as we get them up to
Okay,
allies,
this place is empty.
we're going to go ahead and dismantle them and take extra characters. Hopefully they have good characters, but at the end of the day, we just need 5 characters so we can move into the police station. That is our main goal. So first, we're going to loot this area with all this extra carrying. Like, look how much stuff we're able to carry. If I was just doing this as one survivor, we would not be able to get even near. Like, for one, that's only 1 rock. Right now, we're up to 5 rucks that we have, which is awesome. We haven't even cleared the trunk of the other car yet.
Could you hold up for a moment?
Oh, run
I've got to
faster,
slow
guys.
down.
So we got 5 rucks already. We're about to go in this house. We're about to clear
Okay,
it out.
time for some shopping.
Ooh, 8 boxes. We might not have enough inventory. Yeah, I think we do. Clear out this, maybe the shed in the back. Let's see. Green zone, you get so much loot though, so like it might fill our inventory up. We might have to come back here. Now, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and clear all the rooms first, make sure there's no zombies in here.
Okay, this area's clear.
Now, there shouldn't be a ruck in here, but on Green Zone, I think there's just a high % chance, no matter what the building is, it can produce a ruck. I'm not 100% on that, but it feels like in that one house, you got 2 rucks. That shouldn't have been a thing. On any other difficulty, I don't think that is a thing. So we're gonna go. So we could luck out.
More
There could
of
be a
the
ruck that we have
same.
to come back for. Never gonna complain about that. But having 8 containers in here, this might just fill up our inventory. Car's full. I think the other 2 characters, one character has a couple slots left.
Not gonna fit.
Like, I'm full up right now.
How about we find a quiet, isolated spot to hole up?
Give him that. I don't think he
I can't carry that much.
I say we take the next home we find, no matter what it looks like.
He has seeds. Let's give him more seeds.
No room for that.
Alright, what did this might be the last box we get. Alright, we'll come back for the rest. You don't want to just open them because then it tells you that the house is looted even if you don't take everything. Unless there's a ruck in the house, it will always say that it's fully looted. And then you might forget depending on what else happens. Alright. Now, what makes this car the best in the game? Just hands down the best in the game. Now, you can make this car if you get a legendary and then you put armor on it, but for 400 on Green Zone and 1,000 on I think the other difficulties, this car has this on the front, which means zombies cannot jump on the front of it. And since your car takes the most damage by zombies hitting the front of it, having this on the front makes it just the hands down best vehicle in the game. And the fact that you can start every run, especially if you have the boon to get the 4,000 influence at the beginning, you can always start with this. Now, when we start Lethal Zone, I'm going to start it as in, this is your first time and you don't have any boons, so we'll play Lethal Zone without any boons. But this also lets me show you the power of having 4,000 influence at the beginning. Now, once we get this settled,
That's not opening.
we're not.
On site now. I got this job covered.
Just clear the house real quick. Green zone is so easy.
All clear.
Boom.
Once we claim this place, we can start getting settled.
Good idea.
Alright, now that we got this claimed, we can go ahead and
Somebody said we needed
pause it.
supplies?
can get
We
rid of
owe
all
your
this
people
stuff.
so much. We brought some supplies as a welcome to our town.
See,
After everything your people have done for us, we
we
wanted
start
to help
off
you
with
out.
3 bottles of
Swing by and
stimulants
take whatever
thanks
you
to the
need.
sheriff boon, 3 energy drinks.
Our first priority has to be
That's
gathering
amazing.
materials.
These right
We'll need
here
them
to
to improve
start
this
with
place.
is just awesome.
I'm still at it here.
We're gonna go ahead and get rid of all this stuff,
Hey, you mind checking out a new area? We haven't seen much.
and then I'll switch over to him. Now I'm just gonna clear them all out so we can kind of get a better assessment of what we have. And we're gonna get this, and then I'm gonna switch over to the last guy right here, so I can get all of his stuff off of him. Then I'm gonna clean out the trunk. Then I think I'm gonna run back down to the car, get the other 2 rucksacks, so that we have those. Now, if you ever face that, where like when you switch to a new character, if the flashlight seems dim, all you gotta do is shut it off, turn it back on, and it'll brighten it up some. It's a little glitch ever since they made the brighter flashlights that just happens every now and again. So now that we got everybody emptied out, I'm going to take him down and go.
I'll be back
Well, first we
directly.
can empty out the trunk. So I'm going to leave the gas cans in here, but deposit, and deposit. Now. Oh, yeah. Before I go do that, because we had the boon for the trader, where you get the 4,000 influence,
So,
you get this guy
what have you
at the
got to
beginning of your
trade?
base.
All right.
Now, this gives you some good starting stuff a lot of times. Like, mainly, we're looking at mats, right? Like, we have all this extra money, or influence, so we can buy, like, a lot of different stuff. But just getting all of his rucks is always what I recommend doing. We'll get plenty of more influence, but this just gives you such a good start. Now, if there's other stuff in here, like a good weapon, which is not, we don't need parts, chemicals, anything like that. Jugs of ethanol, maybe, but like at the beginning of the game, and we're not keeping this community. I wouldn't grab any of this stuff, but just to get a good like start to the game, I would go ahead and buy these rucks. And it just leads to you not having to worry about this stuff for a while. It would be nice if instead of meds he had materials, but ammunition comes in handy. And then you drop it. Buy, drop, buy. And you know what? While he's out here, you can also, since we did pick up, some stuff. Now, after I believe you either do the first mission or quit and start the game, he will create or go to make his own little community. So deposit that. And I think we got some stuff we can sell. So as far as guns go, that's the only gun we have. We'll keep that. Keep that to break down. Cooking textbook, we already got a cook. We don't need that. Box mines might come in handy. All this stuff might come in handy. We don't want to sell any of that. Probably won't use seeds, but we did get 2 items like that we can sell. So we'll go ahead and sell these to him.
So, what have you got to trade?
Yeah, sure.
Look at that. 2 rucksacks for free, pretty much. Nice. Or at least a rucksack for free. Deposit these. Now the first thing you're going to want to build is your infirmary, because you want to, just go ahead and get that. And it's less of a concern, because we have the lycanologist,
That was
we can go
noisy.
ahead and build the infirmary without having to worry about the cost of the infirmary other than the materials.
See you soon, I hope.
Like I said, this is more of a green zone. When you first start this app, it's going to be more of a speed run. You're just trying to get your community established as quick as possible, get your looting done, and start doing some of the missions so that hopefully you can get to the point where you can get to another base. The reason we want to get to the police station is because it has one of the unique I guess facilities or spots in it that let you build smoke grenades. Smoke grenades are the most OP item in the game for killing play parts. So the goal is to get to the police station and start making smoke grenades. Now we're going to go back down to the car and get those other rucks out the back of the car. We'll just clear out the trunk of the car, actually. Now, on green zone, this car is in good condition, so if we wanted to, we could have it back up, but we don't need it. Now the trunk of this car, that's probably one of the biggest downsides, is it's so small. So we probably don't need to use the car to do... Oh shit, we're already over on food. By how much? Oh, we're gonna go ahead and pull the ruck back out. With that being said, let's go ahead and grab a gas can out of here. Let's go get the other car. Because if we get the other car, that'll give us a little bit more storage. Everything about Green Zone is not going to apply to Lethal Zone. We're going to play very loose on Green Zone just because of how easy it is. Lethal Zone would not be this carefree. Like, stamina definitely does not last this long in Lethal Zone. I would not have been able to run all the way here on this little bar of stamina. Or be able to take him down. Now, instead of doing all these kind of like grab kills, if you wanted to build up fighting experience, which might be what we do. Oh, I want to actually put the gas in. Just because our goal is to... These are our 3 main characters. Our goal at the end of the day is to get them leveled up as much as possible before we reach our goal of getting to the PlayStation or police station and getting our smoke grenades and whatever other materials we can get. The more looting you do, the better situation you can put yourself in. We want to save all of our stems and everything else because we want to take them to our lethal community. Now we're over on food, so the reason I grabbed this car so that I could go in here and get the food out. Now we're under the limit. Until I can get enough materials to upgrade the storage, this is your secondary storage. And if we can find a bigger vehicle to do storage, we'll do that as well. Now I really didn't even look at the map, but on Green Zone you only have 10 hearts. We're not even going to really worry about clearing the map of hearts. You can if you want to, but our goal is just going to be to clear this one here. And maybe these ones. I mean, anywhere you want to loot, really. So there's not much looting over here, so we don't have to really worry about that one. There is some looting here. We want to get rid of that one. There's some looting down here. So we might want to go ahead and get those too. There's another thing that you can do if you really want to, is at the start of your community. I'm going to go ahead and show you this. So you can actually do this. You can start a new community. There's a quick little drive that we can do. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll take this. So there's a cool little drive you can do on this map where you go and you get a bunch of special weapon cases. So we're going to go ahead and go. We're going to drive over here. This is going to be your first one.
All red here. Must be a plague heart around. Probably plague zombies too.
You still got to be careful killing things.
This is good.
I didn't even know this was a special weapons gun. Doesn't seem... I mean, it comes with an advanced suppressor. That is a good find, actually. Especially because we don't have a gun. That's actually kind of amazing.
Can't do it. Plague territory is a bad place to hang out for too long.
We go here. From here. Try not to accidentally run across any streamers. Come this way. come over here. Right here. There's another one right here. Already seen. Oh, that is an awesome weapon. Okay, so we got two awesome things. Willy P grenade is whatever. Here's another one. That's 3 special weapon cases. Oh my god, Prepper's AK. We are getting really lucky. Okay, so that's another awesome weapon. Since we can equip that, we can equip that. Take the bullets, sure. And then this usually is just some kind of luxury item that we can sell since we got dude back at base. Now instead of looting those houses at the beginning, what you could do is bring all your guys around to get all these. Go ahead and kill him real quick. Because I'm not going to be able to loot much more. Our inventory is full. I mean, that's a good find. We got this with an advanced suppressor, amazing. This with a handmade suppressor. It's not as good as like the Infinite Rage, but this is probably the best. Let's look at the lethality on it. This is probably the best. So these special weapon casings have some really good weapons in it. What we'll do, since our inventory is already full, we'll go ahead and back. You know what? I think our trunk is empty. We can do one. So from here, we can go over here. Now our goal is to get right here, I believe. No, it's right here. So some of the times when I come over here, there's for some reason the Juggernaut really likes to spawn over here. So you want to go in this little container place right here. Yep, Juggernaut. Or no, that's a... So a cool thing about this car is you only have to bump them. For some reason, ferals are dumb when it comes to this car, and they will just run into the back end. Now, you don't have... Oh, that was bad. You don't have to block the front of the car when you park it. You can just block the driver door. They cannot drop on the hood, and they can't do any damage to your car anywhere else. So, the special weapons case is in here. We're going to go in right here. So, it's right over here. So... I probably should empty some of my inventory into the trunk though. But we'll see what we get. Mac V, I don't know if I've ever even seen that gun. Which is crazy because it's actually a pretty good gun that comes with a silencer already built in, but I mean it uses 45 amps, so that's not good. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in the trunk. We'll get rid of that. Oh, those stacked. That's awesome. Probably not going to find another Willy Pete grenade, so we'll go ahead and put that in. We can get rid of these if we absolutely have to. I should have grabbed a bigger backpack, but, you know, here's what it is. So, we go in here, get back to what is this, we grab that, and that. How much inventory? A few spaces. I don't think we can get to the next one, because the next one we want to go to is going to be in this lake over here. So we want to go over to this lake, and then there's another weapon case down here. They're the easiest to get to, you don't got to go out of your way very much. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go back. and then I'll show you the next couple cases that we can get real quick. You ever see a bloater like that? It's good to get into the habit, the ones that sit on the road, of just killing it, so that like if you have to come back through this area, you don't forget that it's there and it ruins your day. Because on Lethal Zone, you hit one of those and your character's pretty much guaranteed blood plague and almost dead. Ooh, look at that. That is definitely an ambulance. We definitely want that. It's going to be kind of a pain. We'll probably swap our car for that, actually. Didn't mean to hit him. Still, the goal is get used to not hitting zombies with your car. Just because, like, on Lethal Zone, it does so much damage to your car, and you just don't want to be in the habit of it being okay to hit zombies. Not to mention with blood plague, hearts, and all that stuff, you just don't want to accidentally trigger a heart. Always avoid screamers if you see them. I don't know if any of our guys have a better backpack or not. Might switch to them. If we know we want to get that ambulance, I think I'm going to swing by, get that ambulance, because it has such a big trunk space. I'm going to deposit all of this stuff. Probably going to keep... No. I'll get rid of everything. I'm going to put this in the trunk for now, because we're going to swap that car. Let's see, who do we have? Probably going to switch to... This is our blood plague. I don't think he had greedy when we started. They added that. When I picked him, he did not have greedy. Just gotta see what other backpacks we have. There's an extra space. It's an extra space. Now I'm trying not to do the first mission of building something until we are kind of done with our initial exploring, because our initial exploring, we don't want to have any like missions or stuff started. And we want that vendor to stay out front as long as possible. She has a 7. I think somebody else has a 7 too. Let's take that. Let's give her that one. Let's equip that. Let's equip that on her. At least that gives us one more slot. Okay. So where was that? I want to go back and swap for that. That's what we want. Usually ambulances have pretty good stuff in the trunk too, so we can go ahead and get that while we're at it. We'll get the ambulance, and then I'll show you where the next couple special weapon cases are. And that'll probably be it for this episode. But yeah, it's, like I said, your goal of the green zone is just to kind of get like super established really quick. We probably want that because we know we're going to have the mission where... Bit of advantage. Is that 2? Nice. Okay. We know we're going to have the mission where we have to give that, so might as well just grab it now. I didn't even check if this had gas, actually. Nice. That would have been awkward. You know what? Put that in there. Oh, I gave up my weapon. I was gonna switch him. Oh well. It's green, so we'll be good. Now we have all the storage we could possibly need. Now our next place we're going is somewhere over here. That's where your next 2 weapon cases are. So we've got 4 so far. Found it. Okay, we'll go down in the lake. We want to go over to the island in the lake. Kind of tagged it almost perfectly. So once we go over to this island in the lake, one thing's got to run into a barrel because I did not bring a weapon. Here's one. This should give us a weapon, to be honest, though, so we should be alright.
That's better than I expected.
It's one of the better shotguns with a 30-round clip in it. Go ahead and loot the rest of the stuff here. You might get a crossbow because, you know, it is a campsite, so that's always good too. This is always a good spot to possibly look for a crossbow.
Maybe there's a use for this.
Now the other case is up the hill. And then there's 2 other spots where we're gonna get... Oh my god, look at that. Nice. This is just getting us set up. So, see the light? That's how you know where they are from a distance. So this is, what, number 6? That's 6 weapon case. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Replica bastard sword, not terrible. Some more Willy Pete grenades, not terrible. But yeah, with camping sites, you have a good chance to either get hunting or the big backpacks, the best backpacks, or you can get crossbows. Both are great. And another first aid.
That's a lot to carry.
I'm gonna go unload. So yeah, so now that we have this van, makes loading up all the easier. Just go ahead and unload everything into the van since we have so many slots. Go back up here, pick up the rest of the stuff that we didn't get. And that'll be this area. And I'll show you the next 2 spots. Just to prove me right, just showing you that like you can get a crossbow, that would be neat. Nope, just parts. Parts are still good. Running, 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 you know that we be running. There's no way that counted as a hit. Whatever. Okay, now our next spot that we want to go to is right over here by Wrigley Field. Go up the hill over here. Drive up the hill. It's gonna be on top of like a shipping container in the field by the back. So, not to mention by doing this early on in this map, you get to explore like a decent bit of the map. Now, once
If I
again,
take out the nearest plague
I
heart,
would not do
this should
this
clear up.
on lethal zone. Now, when you don't have the other car, you want to park with your front up against something so that when you go to leave, zombies can't jump on the hood. We're in plague territory, so I'm not going to kill him. Go run and hide. We don't want to fight a bunch of plague zombies in plague territory and accidentally wake up a heart and just make life more annoying than it has to be. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna creep over, it's on top. You can see the light. If I can remember how to use it, see the light. So you know there's one up there. And this is gonna make number 7. Another MacV. How do I go from never seeing that gun before to getting 2? Now doing this on green zone is better because on lethal zone, the chances of you getting like a super top-notch gun even in those weapon cases, like a lot of times just isn't a thing. So once again, our goal is to get stocked up so that when we take our characters out of here, they can be the best equipped that they can be. Another plate sample. I'm getting tired. And getting these special weapons, like Prepper's AK, or that pistol, really good. The 2 melee weapons we got are actually really good too. Now you want to come over here, we're going to go over to this, I think it's like a fruit stand. I'll park with our door, kind of blocked right here.
It looks okay, but we can't actually secure the place as long as that plague heart is nearby.
Now, see the light? I'm gonna kill these guys so they don't accidentally see me. Now, if you kill them in stealth, if you don't know, it doesn't count towards waking up the heart. As long as they're not aware of you when they die, whether that be with crossbow or whatever. You can go ahead and kill them and not have to worry about it triggering the heart. Since these 3 are in a row, and they're all walking towards where I need to be, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk them real quick. There's always a chance I'll get another plague sample. We like plague samples. Oh crap. Another thing you want to do when you first start off is you want to set your curveballs to continual, positive only, and very strong. That is something I should have did when we first started. Now we're going to have a negative curveball. And that's okay, because it was a reminder. But yeah, I would recommend that you go ahead and get that. Here's the last weapon case that's just convenient to get to.
That's heavy.
We got the transmission mace right there. Not the best, not the worst. I think it's just a blunt weapon. It's a good blunt weapon. We can look at it, since I kind of just skipped past it. See, this was the replica bastard sword that we got. High dismember, really good. This, super quiet, really good. This here, 30 rounds in a thing, really good shotgun. This, very high durability. Other than that, decent knockdown. But yeah, it's not the best. That's probably one of the worst weapons you can get out of the special weapons cases. But, you know, this is good, this is good, this is good. We, for the most part, there's some crap weapons you can get, but we did pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and go back to base. So yeah, things to remember. Maybe while you have 3 people you want to do this. Instead of looting those houses at the beginning, maybe you come through and you grab everybody, you load them up in the car, and you come around and you knock out all these cases. By the way, that was right around here. And you knock out all these cases. Maybe should have went the other way. In fact, I think we will. Yeah, you go ahead and get all the cases knocked out, and you get all the special weapon cases right off the rip while you have 3 people with you, since it's the only time you're going to have 3 people with you. Only thing I don't like about that is, like, your followers will definitely mess some things up as far as being stealthy. So it might be better so that you can do what I did and kind of sneak around. Just get a vehicle. You might have to make a couple trips or whatever, but it's still better than you know, triggering a plague heart or getting one of your guys infected. You don't want to do any of that stuff. It just makes for like an annoying beginning of the game. So we're gonna head back to base, and I think we're gonna call it. In the next episode, we're probably gonna go ahead and clear out the rest of that village, build some facilities, get these missions started so we can get our first neighborhood going. I might even go ahead and radio in another thing, because our goal in the first few days is to get to the police station. And then we can loot some things, kill some plague hearts, get some items, get some stuff, and then we can actually move on to lethal zone. So as quick as I could do that, the better. So for now, I'm going to go back to the base, and I'll probably empty out everything. He needs to sleep anyway, so we'll probably go ahead and switch characters over at it too. But now we got a good storage vehicle at base with 15 slots. If we need to do any mass loot runs, we have a van to do that as well. We got some decent stuff. A lot of ammunition, that's good. A lot of good weapons. Leave me alone! Okay, so I think that's everything in there. We also got weapons now to arm the base with, so I probably will go grab him something so that he can protect the base if need be. We got plenty of other stuff. Let's see, I think we got some stuff we can sell him.
I'd like to trade, if you're open to it.
All right.
He doesn't have anything new, right? No, okay. So, okay, let's do this where we are gonna go in here and kind of get him re-equipped since I unequipped everything from him. So let's see. Shotguns might be good, but also equipping him with these are heavy, 8 pounds. Equip him at that, and then I'm gonna give him. I like equipping my people that watch the base. I like equipping them with stuff that knocks like, zombies down and stuff. It just makes for base defense better. We're gonna switch over to her. Alright. So, we got a lot done in this, you know, first hour or whatever. Like I said, if you're rolling your characters, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. You'll probably be in it at this point for about 2 hours, which still isn't terrible to get your community off the ground. Like I said, this is all prep to make some pretty awesome characters before we even start our Lethal Zone playthrough. So, that being said, I appreciate you all for coming, watching, listening, hanging out. I wish you guys all a wonder-tastical forever. And, you know, give me some feedback. This is my first video. I'm just trying this to see how it goes. If you think there's things, maybe I'm too quiet, the music's too loud, anything like that, any feedback would be good. Subscribe would be nice. You know, just remember that, like, a like is a friendly hello, a subscribe is a see you later, and a comment is how we get to know each other. So all of that is appreciated. And until next time, farewell.